The Caitlin Clark effect continues as Indiana Fever tickets top $1,000 in 2025. The Caitlin Clark buzz hasn't slowed down in the WNBA offseason. Hanging out with Taylor Swift at Chiefs games, getting her college jersey retired at Iowa, turning down the NBA's offer to participate in All-Star Weekend. Basketball's biggest star continues to shine even away from the hardwood. The WNBA might not be officially back until May, but that hasn't stopped fans from snapping up tickets to some of the hottest games, which includes pretty much any time the Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark steps on the court. Since the WNBA released schedules in January, the Indiana Fever have once again been the league's hottest ticket. A year after shattering attendance and ticket records, there are no signs of the hike slowing down, with fans in every city itching to catch Clark in action. Consider, for example, Chicago. Tickets to see the Sky's first home games start at around $50. Yet when the Fever visit for the first time on June 7, the get-in price starts north of $200. The WNBA is coming off a season that broke numerous attendance and viewership records, and Clark and the Fever were largely responsible for most of that, so her games will definitely be in demand. If you are thinking of catching a Caitlin Clark game next season, now is the time to start planning. Here's everything we know about Indiana Fever tickets for the 2025 WNBA season. The Fever season opener is at home against the Chicago Sky, which is a game that die-hard fans of both teams will want to see. Tickets currently begin at $77 each, but go all the way up to $1,400. Tickets for the rest of the season are all over the map. For example, the lowest price ticket for the team's May 22 game in Atlanta is $333, but tickets against the New York Liberty back home in Indianapolis 2 days later begin at $79. With the exception of games against the Sky and the Dream, both of which at minimum are at least $600 each. Right now, tickets to see the Fever in 2025 begin at $75 across the board. Indiana Fever schedule for 2025. The NBA teams will play 44 games this year, an increase from last year, explained by the addition of the Golden State Valkyries to the league. Here's the Indiana Fever schedule for 2025. Home games are bolded. The NBA star traded to new team one season after hurting Caitlin Clark. Early NBA teams are wheeling and dealing with the latest trade having an interesting connection to Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark. Fans of the W will remember Clark was poked in the eye during the 2024 WNBA playoffs against the Connecticut Sun. Back in September, Clark was poked in the eye by Dejanay Carrington, but the WNBA star was quick to point out that the incident was unintentional. Now Carrington is on the move ahead of the 2025 season. Score big savings on furniture, home essentials, kitchenware, patio sets, and tech. It wasn't intentional by any means, Clark said in September 2024, per The Athletic. You just watched the play. It wasn't intentional. As for the trade, Carrington is moving from the Sun to the Dallas Wings. The Dallas Wings are finalizing a deal with the Connecticut Sun that would send the No. 8 pick and J.C. Sheldon to the Connecticut Sun in exchange for Dejanay Carrington and the No. 12 pick. Multiple sources tell at Winsidr. WNBA analyst Rachel Galligan reported on Saturday. Carrington has a chance to make her Wings debut against the Minnesota Lynx on May 16 in the team's season opener. As for Clark, the Fever take on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky to begin the season on May 17. The newest Wings guard averaged 12.7 points, 5 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and 1.6 steals per game during the 2024 WNBA season. Caitlin Clark effect. How much money did Iowa women's basketball earn in her final year? It's no secret that former Iowa Hawkeye Caitlin Clark has been the biggest name in women's sports the past few years. Her domination on the basketball court has drawn numerous new fans to women's basketball, both professional and collegiate. It also has drawn a lot of revenue to her organizations. The WNBA's Indiana Fever had the highest average attendance in the league during Clark's rookie season, averaging over 17,000 fans per home game. more than 4,000 higher than the next closest team, the New York Liberty. For perspective, the year before Clark's arrival, the Fever averaged 4,066 fans per home game. If Clark's sheer presence could do such wonders for a WNBA franchise, imagine her impact for her alma mater, the University of Iowa. As a Hokie, Clark brought the organization to new heights, reaching the NCAA tournament finals each of her final 2 years, the furthest the Hokies have ever reached. However, the university's 2024 fiscal year statement shows that her biggest contribution came in the millions of dollars she brought to the school. The report showed that Iowa women's basketball revenue exceeded that of the men's team for the first time.